What it is, what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. I am HNIC, the head nerd in charge of Gamers, Nerds, and Geeks United. Welcome back to Yesterday Today. This, of course, is the show where I bring you some of the biggest gaming news you may have missed from yesterday, today. And jumping right into some really, really good news. The Tony Hawk remake of 1 and 2, well, it's the fastest selling game in the franchise, period. It got to 1 million sales the fastest. Yes. Well, I guess nostalgia does definitely work in some factors, in certain factors, but I'm really, really excited to see this to progress. Maybe we'll get maybe remakes of the other ones, or maybe they'll just go ahead and revamp more of them. I'm really, really excited about this, and can't wait to see what happens more with this. Now, moving on to the next one, and well, that Panzer Dragoon remake that was on Nintendo Switch, exclusive seemingly only for a year, will be coming to both PS4 and PC sometime this year. Tweeted out, it's from Panzer Dragoon, the official Twitter. Panzer Dragoon remake will soon be available on additional gaming platforms. First up, Steam, GOG, and PlayStation 4. So I'm guessing maybe eventually down the line, Xbox is going to happen. Would be nice, given the fact that this game looked pretty good. I missed the physical print on it, but I think next time it goes for sale on the Switch, of course, I will definitely be all over it. And good to see this go to other platforms, broaden the horizons, and maybe open up on sales. Now, we were also wondering because about the Xbox, what it would be like, what the price would be like, and where it would place. And $500 and $300 isn't quite what a lot of people were expecting. Well, Tim Stewart, one of the heads over at Xbox, he released an official statement. He was in an interview, of course, and he said, "Our goal was to increase the top of funnel as fast as possible, get people into the ecosystem, and get people into the next gen experience, and frankly, kind of kickstart this generation as fast as we can." And well, you want to get people into the ecosystem, and you're buying consoles like the subscription service, basically, where you're paying it off a month, the lease as you will, is being bundled in with 24 months of Game Pass. So you're locked into that ecosystem for 24 months at least, guaranteed. And that actually sounds like it's smart. They wanted to get people in there, and they just say, hey, listen, now we got y'all into this ecosystem. Now we're going to start putting out those really, really great games. Right now, they're doing what they can to just gather up an audience, gather a following or whatever. And now, boom, release those really, really big games. And why not? If your console already sold millions and millions, that game is bound to happen, bound to be for people to play. And so it's really good. I can't wait for stuff like Avowed, Skyrim-ish kind of game made by some of the Fallout 76 people. So it's Fallout New Vegas people. So it's really, really, really interesting. So now let's move on. So the Xbox One S is said to be the lightest of them all. It's 4.25 pounds, it's 4.25 pounds, whereas the Series X is almost 9 pounds. Well, it appeared smaller in the trailer and when they compared it, and indeed it is way smaller. It's a whole almost 5 pounds, just about 5 pounds lighter. Wow. And it just letting us know that the fan and all that other stuff. And of course, the disk drive definitely has to weigh a lot, right? Because, you take the disk drive out of the One S and the price goes down. So I'm guessing the disk drive could be possibly a pound or maybe 2 in itself. So I'm not really the guy for this type of thing, but it's really, really interesting. So with that being a smaller system, I'm thinking about getting possibly 2 boxes. No, I'm not going to be an idiot and be spending $800-900 this fall. I'm going to get 1 box now, and I'll probably eventually get another one of the boxes for another area in the apartment or what have you, and maybe some for streaming as well, because I'll probably stream here and there. That's interesting. So I'm really, really interested in this 4.25 pounds, and then of course you'd want to discuss the pricing and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty smart. Let's get them into the ecosystem. Like I said, Xbox has always been doing something completely different. This is really what they're doing this gen. PlayStation is like, yo, we got the games. Xbox is like, yo, we got the games and the services and stuff like that. So, and our system is cheaper. You can't beat it. It's more powerful. It's not portable, but it's more powerful than a Nintendo Switch. Yeah, that's something to think about. All right, lads and laddettes, let's get into the real meat and potatoes. Let's dig in. Well, yesterday an official tweet went out by Daniel Ahmad, and of course it was translated before that, and he said, Bloomberg reporting that Sony has had to cut PS5 production by 4 million units due to production yield issues. Wow. The original plan was to produce 15 million units by March 31st, 2021. Now only 11 million units may be produced due to the yield issue. Well, we should only expect it to run into some type of issues because of COVID and everything like that. But it's really, really saddening. And I'm really hoping that you and I both can get our hands on our PS5 at launch. It appears it's going to be a lot difficult. The numbers are going to go down a little bit from going from 15 to 11 million. That's 4 million. That's still very, very drastic. But let's hope that we can get it. I don't want to get the second wave. I want the first wave, even though sometimes the first wave of anything definitely needs to get the kinks worked out. But I want it because I still feel like very strongly in my heart that Spider-Man Miles Morales will be launching on the PS5 right away, you know? So now let's move on to some pretty solid news. Nintendo Switch has broken another sales record, but this time it's starting to knock on the door of the Wii. I think it's getting close to about 70 million consoles sold, and honestly, it's rivaling the Wii. The Wii capped at over 100 million, and I really feel like the Switch is gaining on it. This is the fourth year of the Switch, basically, and it's beating out the Wii. The Wii, like Nintendo usually just does their own thing just so they can, they figured out how to make money. They did the thing with the Wii, didn't go well with the Wii U, but the Switch is looking amazing. The Switch is the most successful console next to the Switch, next to the Wii, and now it's probably going to beat out the Wii. So what about this rumored 4K Switch that possibly is coming out next year that might actually fall into the same family? I'm not even sure. But you know what's crazy? Despite all of that great news, with the Nintendo having the most hardware sold, well, on the software side, you're going to be a bit disappointed as well, because despite all of the complaints, despite everything that you saw on the internet, Madden NFL 21 was still #1 in August sales. Why? This is why EA doesn't even bother, because y'all just keep buying it. It's whatever. But let me just go over the rest of the top 20. And it's a very interesting top 20 to me. Okay, so number 2 is UFC 4. Number 3 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Okay. 4, Ghost of Tsushima. Still great to hear that. 5, Animal Crossing. Still in the top 10. Ring Fit Adventure. I wasn't aware of the spectacle that is. This came out almost, a year ago now? Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, still rocking. Smash Bros, number 8. 9, Paper Mario and Origami King. It appears to be selling pretty well. Number 10, Mortal Kombat 11. It constantly goes on sale. Breath of the Wild is number 11. The Last of Us Part 2 is under Breath of the Wild at 12. Minecraft, the PlayStation 4 edition, is number 13. PGA Tour 2K21, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Nintendo was strong here because they are 16 as well at Super Mario Party. Then we got Rainbow Six Siege at 17. 18, Mario Odyssey. 19, Final Fantasy VII Remake. And then, of course, coming in on 20, bringing in the rears, Luigi's Mansion. Almost a year later. What would be crazy to me is if Luigi's Mansion is still in the top 20 in October when the game reaches its year anniversary or something like that. This is an interesting top 20. This is very interesting. I can't wait to see where Cyberpunk is going to stay in it, and if it's going to stay there for a couple months. I'm really, really interested. But now, lads and ladettes, today's the day. Xcloud is officially launching for mobile, Android, mobile phones and tablets, and I am very excited. I won't be able to dig into it today because I will be pretty busy. I might not be able to dig into it until maybe this weekend-ish, maybe, but I'm excited about this happening. I can't wait to see how it runs. I can't wait to see all of the feedback from all of the fans to see if this is really what we've been waiting for. If this is the Stadia killer, waiting, and I'm very interested. Over 150 games. I've been waiting to play Battletoads because I've still just been sticking to my PS4 trying to finish certain games. If I could play Battletoads on my phone, think about that. Certain games as well has touch controls. Namely, you got Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice that was seen, but they also have Minecraft Dungeons. I am really excited for Xcloud. At first, I was like, I don't really like cloud gaming. But given the fact that it's in addition to the hardware, I'm fine with that. That's why I was kind of not fond of Stadia. But Stadia, they've been trying to turn it around, and I appreciate that. But I really can't wait to see what Xcloud is going to do. Because if I'm sitting somewhere and maybe how strong is it going to be? Like if I'm using my regular data as opposed to my Wi-Fi, but I know my Wi-Fi is pretty solid, but honestly, I just want it to work, period. And everybody's like, yo man, this works. And then, I don't want to see Stadia go anywhere. I don't want to see people lose their jobs, but this is going to be really interesting. Really interesting. So this is the day that the gaming world is going to change. And then again, on November 10th, it's going to change again because it's officially next gen. Are y'all excited about this? Because this is, wow. This is going to be a big thing. Pay close attention to it. Please pay attention to the channel. I will definitely be doing all of the coverage. And while you're here, hit the like button. If not, hit the dislike. It's all good. If you're new here, subscribe and scroll all the way up to all so you know when your boy is posting. Lads and ladettes, this video is finito.